Okay, so recording should have started. And so I'll go back to Revit and we can have a look at getting these windows in place that we should have for this little extension, we'll call it. And I'll just show you again in Street View what those windows look like. And you can see there the reason that they weren't shown in the plans that Alexander's did. Not because he didn't do them, he probably did put them in, but they were at a higher level. So you can see here the sill height of those little windows is much higher than the sill height of the adjoining larger windows. And I'm going to use a really good trick here, if you don't know it, to work out the height. I wish I could zoom in a bit more, but I'll live with it. So what I'm going to do is count the bricks. Now, again, without zooming in, it's a little bit hard, but we're just trying to guesstimate here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, let's say 13, 14, maybe even 15 to the actual window sill, not the sill of the brickwork. So let's say 15 bricks from the larger window to the height of the smaller window. Okay, so I'm going to open up my calculator. Right, and multiply by standard brick height. Now, brick course, you'll often see they'll give you the measurement of 86 millimeters, and that's technically correct, but it's also okay to round that off to 85 in most cases. So I'm going to round off to 85 mil, just so we get a more round number, and it's only rough anyway. Okay, so 85 mil is the height of a brick plus the mortar, and so that gives us 1275. And then I can add that to the height of the windows that I've already made. So better make sure I'm on the ground floor. Start from there. And we'll then copy them up to the other levels. So this window you can see has a sill height of 900. So we can add that to 1275. It's obviously 2175, but let's just add that. Okay, so 2175. And so that's our new sill height. So then I'll go and use the window tool on the architecture tab and go and load family and go to, well, I'm already in the Windows folder, but if you don't have that, of course, when you go to metric library, then you can go to Windows and you will see you should have a double hung one light window family. So 1L just means one light. In other words, one window panel. So that's the one I want. And then we've got these sizes here. So I'm just going to quickly have a look back in Street View. Okay, so sometimes you're lucky and you'll get bricks laid vertically the other way, and you can use that to count the width of the window. You can also count them lengthwise, and it'll be 230. So 220 is the size of the brick going the other way. And then again, you add 10 mil for the mortar. But it's a little bit hard to see here. So I'm just going to guess and say by eye, that looks like it's about, let's say 600 across. It's a fairly narrow window. And then again, I can count the courses to work out the height. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, roughly, let's say. 12 or 13 maybe. So, okay, so 2175, I'll just keep that for now. And so 12 times 85 again gives us 1,000. So 600 by 1,000, maybe that's not the right proportion. Maybe it's got to be a little bit higher than that. So I'm going to make it maybe 1,200, just because it's a bit hard to see the courses there. I'm just guessing that there will be a couple more. So, yeah, so let's just say it's 1,200. Okay, so you can see here I've got a window size that's close to that. By 1210, that is fine. Now, you can always put in your own sizes, of course, when you go to edit type. That's where you can put in the width and the height if you need to put in your own sizes. And then we've got the sill height here. So remember it was 2175. And then I'll click to place the window. Very roughly, we know there are two of them. So just by eye, I'll place those on the wall, and you can see right away that we can't see that window. Right, so we'll go to the 3D view just so you can see that it is there. Okay, so orbiting around, you can see those two windows are there. Let's go and just compare that to Street View. So yeah, I suppose they are higher than the other windows. So maybe that's right. Yeah, they're quite high, these windows. I think on the next level, they're not quite as high in relation to the level, but still quite high. Yeah, so yeah, they're high level windows. That's okay. Well, think about the practicalities. So 2175 is higher than most people. So that must be how they are on this level, but maybe on the next level we'd have them a little bit lower than that, because it's nice, even if you have a high level window, say for a bathroom, it's nice if you can have the option to look out the window. But if it's in your fire stair, I suppose it doesn't really matter anyway. But yeah, so then returning to the floor plan, we can see the windows are there in 3D. So if I go back now to that floor plan for the ground floor, so does anyone know why? I know actually I said you shouldn't answer questions. Okay, so I was just going to ask you why those windows are not showing. And the reason is that the cut plane for this floor plan is too low. It's lower than those windows. So first, I'm just going to show you where that setting is in case you don't know. I think I've shown you some of you before, but we'll just look at that again. So in the floor plan properties over here, you can see properties that says floor plan. Scroll down and you can see their view range. Click edit, and then you can see cut plane height. So it's 1200, and that is of course much lower than our window height, which is 2175. So if I take it up a little bit higher than that, so let's say 2250, higher than 2175. So now we can see our windows, but can you see how it's changed the stairs a little bit? The stairs now are cut through much higher, and also the door, our main entry door, isn't showing up at all. We can see the door swing, but we're not seeing the opening. And that's because, again, the cut plane has been lifted and now it's higher than that door. So that's no good. So I'm going to undo that. Right, so my doors come back, my stairs look better. But again, now we can't see the windows. So there's a special workaround for that. If you go to the View tab, you'll see if you go to Plan Views, you've got the option to create a plan region. And that's a really important thing because you come across this situation quite often where you have things like high level windows which need a different cut plane to the rest of your floor plan. And that's what this is for. So again, under plan views, we go to plan region and then simply draw a rectangle around the area of the wall that we want cut at a higher level. Okay, so you can set the cut plane while you're making it, but I'm actually going to finish it. And then you'll see you get this nice button on the ribbon for view range, and you can just go to it that way. And then here I'll change the cut plane again to 2250. So it's a little bit above the sill height of these windows. And there we are. So now I can see the windows for that part of the plan, but the rest of my floor plan looks the same as it did. So it's unchanged. So so then one final thing is that you can right click and hide that plan region, just hiding the elements usually, hide in view elements, so that no one else will see that dashed rectangle when you print it out. If you need to get back to it, just click on the light bulb and then you can still select and edit that plan region. Okay, so then now I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to select the light bulb again so I can go back to reveal mode, show you how easy it is to work in reveal mode. So I can select my plan region there and then hold down Control and select the two windows. Copy to clipboard in the clipboard panel and then choose paste, align to selected levels, choose level 1. And go to, I'll turn reveal mode off just before I forget, and then I'll go to level 1. And so you can see there, now I've got the windows copied to this level along with the plan region. But if you have a look in the plan that I had for level 1 that I just used to trace the inserted drawing, notice how the windows don't show there because the plan region didn't get copied to that view. Now, if I wanted that, I could always just go back to the level 1 original floor plan, select the plan region, and you can copy and paste just like so to this view. If you want the plan region there. It's not really necessary for this view, but I thought I'd show you how to copy plan regions from one view to another. Can save you a bit of time. And so now again, I'll go to, this time just holding down Control, select the plan region, the 2 windows, and again, copy to clipboard. And now I'll go to level 2. And then again, go to paste. And this time, instead of going to align to selected levels, I'll choose align to current view. Since I have the view open, it'll just paste into this view. But remember, I've still, if I want to have that plan region not showing, got to hide that in each view. But otherwise, it's a pretty good system. And it's one of those essential things that you need to be able to do. You do need to have different cut plane heights in different floor plans. And looking at this now, actually, I think those window heights are pretty spot on, because comparing that to Street View, you can see that the window, the top of this window is actually pretty close to the top of these others. Yeah, oh, look, and they've even got the external louvers on there, which is a nice thing. Yeah, anyhow, so that's it. So that should give you enough for those extra little windows, and actually make that space a bit more usable as well. So I'll just finish the video there.